Hello, and thank you for joining me for today's little review of Movie Masterpiece Transformers Starscream. And right off the bat, you can see he has the paint job of the first movie resemblance to Starscream. I want to state at the beginning of this video that it's not gonna be transformation video. What I would like to share is basically my opinion for this figure. Right off the bat, I want to say that I'm not affiliated with any store, with any toy maker or anybody. This is simply just my review and my opinion. And I did originally purchase it for a full price, about 150, but it went on a sale faster than you can say hotcake, and it's just half a price now. So what I did, I went to Target and I showed them the receipt and a box, and they refunded the rest, the difference between basically 50% to my account. So, and that's honestly the price that you should pay for it. I mean, don't pay anything more than $75, in my opinion. That's my humble opinion. It's not worth more. And also, I would like to state that I do not think that this figure has a masterpiece quality. Right off the bat, you can see the poor labeling of this figure. Even the Air Force labels are not accurate. There's no labels on the tail wings at all. I don't understand why. If it's supposed to be licensed as Raptor F-22 and it's supposed to be a masterpiece, then I guess you should have Hasbro or Takara Tomy invest a little more and slap some decals on the back of this jet as well. I have a couple of issues with this. I don't understand why would these hinges be a different color than the panels. It would blend in way better if it was the same color. Also, I have an issue with this kibble that you see, the robot parts that basically are visible from even the top if you like to display it in a jet mode, which for this figure I don't really recommend displaying it in a jet mode. Hence the 50% off, because what you're really getting out of this figure is half the figure, and that's robot mode. We're gonna get to that later, but in a jet mode it's disappointing. And so I would like to compare it at the beginning to the other leader class Starscream we have here. This one is Dream Factory, got 8, I believe. And this was, until now, this was the best representation of the Starscream in leader class size or masterpiece class size that you see. This one has obviously the markings, the tattoos from second movie all the way to his death. And I would like to, if you allow me, I would like to show you the differences. I mean, remember, this figure came about, this mold came about 10 years ago, in 2010, I believe. So, and when you compare these two, you can see that from the top, there's no robot parts visible anywhere. You don't see any robot parts from the sides, from the back, and if you even put it like so, it still looks much like a jet. You don't see any robot parts, which is just awesome. And if you're looking for leader class size Starscream in a jet mode, this is the figure. And I believe it's priced about $70 something. And it's the tattoos are very accurate. There might be some different pieces than in the movie, but very, very little. And they even, really paid attention and give you way more accurate Air Force markings, as well as first wing over here and FF logos over here. So that's about that. But let's get back to Starscream Masterpiece. All right, let's look from the back. From the back, lots and lots of robot parts. It is mess, okay? From the side, as well. From the front, yes. These air intakes are messy as well. I don't know. That's just my opinion, maybe. The wheels are really, really teeny tiny. So really, I wouldn't even bother displaying this figure in a jet mode. What else? As you can see, the paneling, really big gaps here, here, underneath, right here, really, really big gaps. And I don't think that should be acceptable with masterpiece class and masterpiece figure, in my opinion. Again, so that's about that. Yeah, if I can again show you this one, it has way better wheels. Obviously, it has better front wheel. The kibble is way more organized than on this one, and I don't know, I would prefer if they just redesigned this very popular mold, improve on it. You know, you can, as a masterpiece figure, it should be masterpiece in both modes, in robot mode and alt mode as well. So yeah, I mean, that's just, again, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so let's transform him. I'm not gonna transform him over here. There's plenty of videos here on YouTube. People do that. I'm not gonna waste your time by showing you step-by-step transformation. I'm gonna transform him, and we're gonna go through the robot mode and the looks and everything else. All right, so here we have Starscream transformed, and as you can see, it's a fairly decent figure. It's nicely detailed, although there's plenty of room for improvement. I wish he was a darker color. I think it's too light, as he was never this light. It was way darker. He comes with a cannon that you can remove, which is just plain gray color. He comes with a saw as well. Very plain color and light as well. I wish it was darker. And the rockets with the swords on the front as well. Same color as the saw. All right. There are diecast parts, of course, as with every masterpiece figure. And there would be these shoulder plates and the front parts and the bottom parts of the feet. That's it. No more than that. It's very, the face sculpt is very nice. It has a nice detail. Only 3 colors that I can see: dark gray, light gray, and a brass. And brass over here, darker gray right there, darker gray, metallic gray right here, sort of gunmetal gray, and silver, sort of transition from plain plastic to darker silver. I really like the fingers. They're softer plastic, but I really like the detail they made on the knuckles right here. Very nice. I hope the camera can zoom in on it. And yeah, the cannon right here, it spins a little bit, but you know, not much to it. And a little detail in the forearms right there. Not much of a movement. There's obviously no waist, swivel, so you cannot turn him other than whatever you can accomplish with the hips. You have sort of limited movement. This is pretty much it, like so, right? I mean, I wish this part would spin as well, but it doesn't. It's only going up and down. It's on a ratchet joint. Shoulder ratchet as well. Now the wrist is better because it has the swivel and rotating joint as well, which is very nice. Yeah, but I wish the same thing was over here in the elbow. It would allow sort of more movement. It's sort of awkward, if you ask me, just like that. Head obviously turns. You can turn his head like so. You can move it up and down. There is a little detail on the neck right there. What else? Okay, we have ratchet hip as well as this one. The knees are on ratchet. This one is also, it's a double knee sort of, and it swivels as well, which is nice touch. The ankle swivels and moves. It's not super tight, it's not super stable. You will have to find a sweet spot to position him. In order to pose him, it's not very easy to pose this guy, but you can do it, I'm sure. Many of you will find a way. About transformation, okay? I just want to get it out. The manual is worthless. It's just worthless, okay? It doesn't show a detail. It tries to show you the steps, and just, if you don't collect these or whatever, throw them away, because this is just nonsense. I transformed it without any YouTube, without any manual. It took me about 30 minutes first time because I was trying to figure out the other options as well. The second time it took me about half a time, 15 minutes. And then, you know, I'm sure if I do it the third time the charm, you can do it probably in under 10 minutes. So the manual, especially for Starscream, is really worthless. Yeah, in the back, you have these nice thrusters. I don't understand why are they gold. They were never gold in a movie. They were more of this color. These thrusters came with Dream Factory Starscream. So I just don't get it. Plain plastic gray right here again. And the most hideous thing on this figure is this nonsense. I'm sure, I know it is part of a jet. It holds the jet together, but it is just disaster. I mean, I hate this part over here. It's like a diaper looking thing. I don't know what to think of it. I mean, what the hell is the point of it? When you look at him from front, boom, it's there. What is it? I mean, really? Masterpiece figure? If they could accomplish this with Dark of the Moon Starscream and Masterpiece Starscream, that's from either Dream Factory or Movie Masterpiece that originally came from Takara. I mean, really, this is just nonsense. I hate this piece, and I'm gonna try to figure something out how to get rid of it, and yet sort of customize it, how to get rid of this piece and make it even more folded, or I don't know, sort of redesign this, because this is just, it bothers me so much. It's just so ugly, so ugly. Yeah, there is a panel detail right there in this, maybe you can see it now. So there's lot sort of hidden detail, and it's itching me so much to customize this guy, really repaint him totally, because the paint job on this guy doesn't show really. This figure can be so great. It can be so awesome. It can be the best Starscream you possibly get just by repainting this guy. I mean, there's so much detail that you can pop up. You can make these panels pop better, make it darker, more metallic looking, make it really look like it's metal, not plastic. I mean, when you look at it right now, you can tell this thing is plastic. And if I'll decide to customize it, and really, I'm just so itching to customize this guy, it would look like it's made of really steel or metal, with weathering, with put some decals on it, because really there's so much stuff missing. I mean, on this tail wings right there, you can put markings. The head really would pop with more detail, and you can definitely customize it better. Yeah, but the mold is very nice. I mean, if I just get rid of this nonsense in the back, this diaper looking square, hideous square on his butt, then it's gonna be even better. And I just have to find out how to get rid of it. Sort of maybe add another joint to it, or definitely something worth making this figure even better. And this figure really, I mean, it's nice mold, and in a robot mode. In the jet mode, it's not nice at all. It's hideous when it's in a jet mode, but when it's in a robot mode, it's very nice. I like the detailing. It needs more pop, if you will, and it's definitely accomplishable. And you can even see there's a lot of detail right here that needs to pop up. There's really, I mean, yeah. So basically, it is a nice figure. It is definitely worth 70. Not definitely, but it is somewhat worth $75. Don't pay more for it, okay? If you want my honest opinion, don't pay more than $75 at the store. Don't go crazy on this guy. Don't pay it for full price. Don't overpay on eBay. Really, because you get in really only one mode. You get in the robot mode. You're not getting jet mode. Jet mode, forget it. It's ridiculously hideous. But for the robot mode, yes, $75. Okay, yeah, you can pay that. But I wouldn't recommend paying more money for it. Okay, let's compare him to the other version of Starscream. So here we have both of them. They're pretty much the same size. The Masterpiece might be a little bit wider. It is a little bit wider. When you stretch his legs, it might be a little bit taller, but right now, if you look at it, it's pretty much the same. What I like on this version is the posability. As I mentioned before, I wish the elbows were more articulate. They're not, unfortunately. Just like this one. This one has swivel and rotating as well. So it allows much more movement. You can pose him better. This pose that you see over here, you cannot do it on the other one. I mean, you simply cannot. You cannot twist it because you're gonna break the shoulder. So your poses will be very limited. And I have to say, Masterpiece is much more flimsier. The joints are not as tough. Again, this is a Dream Factory. The joints are stiff. The paneling, when you transform him into jet mode, the paneling is nicely snug. You have no gaps, not even close to this one. And also, when you look at closer, as I mentioned, the ugly diaper, this version doesn't have it. Because it nicely folds into his back, which is way better engineered. You see, this is basically the part that's so ugly on a Masterpiece. And over here you can see they nicely folded it, made a double fold, so it basically folds in. And the thrusters are different, but like I said, I like the color. The bag is obviously different, and yeah, I mean, I know that the chest is not as movie accurate as this version. When you look at it, let me make sure that that the camera can pick it up. But yeah, like the chest on this one is definitely more accurate, as well as abdomen. This one is not as accurate, but it allows. Let me move this one aside a little bit, and you can move his shoulders basically all the way as far as this. He can pretty much hug himself, which is impossible with the other figure, and that's what I like. Not to mention. Okay, well now he's gonna act up, but We have transformation mode, sound,
No one can defeat Starscream.
and we have him telling no one can defeat him. So, and also I much more like these weapons that you can hide, obviously, in his forearms. I like it way better. I don't really care about the rockets over here, but they're there as they are already on a weapon itself right here. So yeah, I really don't know about the Masterpiece. Really, now that you see them next to each other and you have them like this, it's really hard to choose the favorite. This one has articulation, it has less kibble when it's transformed, and when you think about it, he still has electronics. So if we took the electronics, if Hasbro or Takara would take the electronics out of this guy, redesign the chest, beef up maybe his shoulders, make it more, it would be the perfect Masterpiece Starscream. But instead they chose to redesign him with very limited articulation. And like I said, if we could combine these two figures together and get one proper, I would even pay $150 for it. But I cannot justify paying more than $75 for this Masterpiece. Really. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would like to just say about this figure. So yeah, that's pretty much. If I'll decide to customize it, and I so itch for customizing this guy, then I'll definitely share it with you guys. It's gonna take some time, obviously, because it's gonna have to be disassembled to the single piece, as I always do. I always take, if you look at my previous custom repaint jobs, I always take it completely apart to the last screw, to the last pin, clean up the existing paint and use the primer, use the base and everything, and then really use the top quality paints on it and repaint and detail it. And it makes the figure definitely pop up better. It looks more movie accurate. And yeah, so that's pretty much it from me about this figure. Like I said, if you get a chance, pick it up for the discounted price. Definitely nice mold. It will fulfill your collection. And subscribe for more Transformer videos. Like I said, I'm buying them. I never get them from anybody else. So I'm not gonna be the first one there with a new figure. That's basically at the mercy of the stores like Target or online stores. When they got them, that's when I can purchase it and get it. But I will definitely share more videos, and as well as customized work. And if you like to follow me, then go ahead, subscribe to my channel. I'm also on Facebook, Capiko Customs, as well as Instagram. So thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you next time.